Children. Welcome to the online class. So in our previous topic we have discussed about the formulas in Microsoft Excel. So we know that my formula is a user defined functions where we can include the constants, numbers, functions, parentheses and data, cell address. Okay, so these are the common elements can be used. Today we will be discussing about the different types of errors while writing the formulas. So the different types of errors, sometimes you may receive some error messages in Excel. So when you are typing the formula, sometimes you may get the message. The messages are due to the following reasons. So the reasons why you get the messages are: in the formula it is entered. If you enter the formula incorrectly, then the message will be displayed. The next is that if there is no enough space in the column, so if you cannot fit the data in the column, then also you will get the formula error, or number get accidentally deleted. When the number gets accidentally deleted, that time also you might get the formula error. Wrong operator is entered. So instead of correct operators, if you enter the wrong operator, then also you might get the error. If you forget to begin the formulas with an equals to sign, so we know the rule that whenever we have to write the formula, we have to type the equals to sign. So if you forget to write the equal to sign, then also you will get the error. Now if you fail to put the apostrophes or inverted commas for the text in the formulas, so for all the given reasons, Excel displays an error message and helps you to detect and solve the error. Now we'll discuss about the common types of error and the method to fix them in this particular session. Now the first type of error, the name of the error is hash value error. So hash value error is displayed when text space or characters are found in the formula instead of numbers. So when you leave the space between the characters, that time hash value error will be there. Now how to remove this? In order to remove this error, you have to ensure that the formula contains only the numeric values. Also verify that there are no blank cells in between, no missing formulas or use of special characters. So you are not supposed to use the special characters, no missing formulas should be there, and also there should not be any blank space while writing the formula. The second type of error is the name error. It is displayed when you enter the wrong name of the formula. So instead of correct name, if you enter a wrong name, if you enter the formula wrongly, then that time it shows the name error. Now how to remove this error? Ensure that the formula name is entered correctly. So enter the proper address, proper cells while typing the formulas. You can use the formula builder options in Excel to build a formula without an error. So you can use the formula builder options which is provided in the Excels to find the correct way of writing the formula. Hash error. It is displayed when the column in which you enter the value does not have the enough space to fix the value. If you do not have the enough space to fix the value, that time you have the error, that is the hash error. So we can just increase the size of the right border of the columns in order to increase the space to fit the value. So when the value is not fitted out there, that time we just have to make the column bigger in order to solve the problem. Hash division divided by 0 error. If it is displayed if the number of the cell is divided by 0 in the cell is divided by the 0, or if the value in the cell is divided by another cell with no value or empty value, then this division error will be there. So it is displayed if the number in the cell is divided by 0. So when the number in the cell is divided by the 0, then you will get the division error. So you have to ensure that the cell with 0 value is changed to the required value or enter a value in the empty cell. So if you write the formula dividing with 0, then you will get the division error. Reference error. Another type of error is the reference error. It is displayed when the cell reference mentioned in the formula is not valid. So you are referring to the cell, you are calling the cell which is there, but if the reference are incorrect, then it will give you the reference error. Ensure that the cell reference in the formula have values and are not deleted. The next type of error is the null error. Null error is displayed when an incorrect range of operator is mentioned in the formula. Incorrect range of operators. So different range of operators are there. If the incorrect range are there, then the null error will occur in the formula. Ensure that the correct syntax is used to enter the formula. The method, the way, the proper way needs to be taken care of while writing the formula. For a continuous range of cells, use a colon to separate the range of cells. However, if the two cells are not intersecting, use the comma to separate it. So comma can be used, colon can be used in order to separate the range of the cells, so that you may avoid the null error in the Excel. Not applicable error. It is displayed when number or cell address referred in the formula has no value displayed. If the value is null, no values are there, then it will give you the not applicable error. Ensure that each formula has values entered in the sheets or a row. Also verify whether the values are accidentally deleted or improperly referred. The last type of error, formula error, is the num error. It is displayed when the numeric values entered in the formulas are invalid. So when you enter instead of numbers, if you refer to the text value, the num values error will occur. Ensure that no formatted date, currencies or special characters are used in the formulas. Also verify that the formula contains only one numeric values. So these are some of the errors which can be which may display due to some of these problems. Okay, so if you do not write it correctly, these different types of errors are there. So let me repeat: the value error, the name error, hash error, division error, reference error, null error, not applicable error, and number error. So these different types of errors you need to understand, and the table on this particular type of errors are there in table 1, page number 28. You can refer to the book and go through the table. Now the next topic which we will discuss about is the functions, defining the function. So what is function and how can it be defined? So functions are the inbuilt formula, that means already there in the MS Excel. A function is an inbuilt formula which is used to perform the specific operations. Like formulas, the system, the Excel software had the set of inbuilt formulas that is called the functions. So we can evoke the functions and we can do it. You can use the functions to do a simple calculation or a complex calculations. By using the formula, you can save time as you do not need to type the entire formula. So it is very easy and time saving. It also prevents you from entering the wrong formula. So the formula error will be minimized. It performs the calculations using the specific values in the particular order. Common functions that are used in the spreadsheets are sum, average, count, minimum value, maximum values, or for the range of cells. So the common functions, the general functions which we use are the sum function, count function, minimum value function, maximum value functions for the range of cells. So in the previous class we have discussed the cell range, the rectangular block of cells from A1 to A10, that particular block. So these this function operates on the range of the cell. Now what is the function of the sum function? Sum functions adds all the values of the cell. So when you have to add the values of the cell, you can use the sum function. So the name of the function is sum, S-U-M. Now average function. So another common type of functions which are used is the average function. These functions determines the average of the values of cells. So it takes the average value of the cell, it calculates the sum of the cells and then divide that value by the number of cells. So total sum divided by the number of items, that is the average. So average functions returns the average value of the cell. The next function is the count function. This count functions counts the number of the cell with numerical data. So it counts the number of cells with numerical data. This function is useful for quickly counting items in the cell range. So number of item counting is done with the help of the count function. Similarly, the next max, max. So if to get the maximum value, we use the max function. So max, you should not write maximum, only you have to write the in abbreviation that is max. Max function determines the highest cell value. Similarly, min functions, minimum. So minimum values will be determined. The lowest cell values, the name of the function is min. So these are some commonly used function in the spreadsheet. Now we need to understand the rules of writing the functions. Now how to write the function? We need to understand that the inputs entered by the user in the function are called the arguments. So we need to give the proper argument, the functions, the inputs we need to give. Arguments needs to be supplied with the help of the functions name, function name and the arguments. A function always begins with the equals to sign. Like in formula, the functions should begins with the equals to sign. Equals to operators. This operator implies that it is a functions and not the string of text. So like in the formula, we have to start with equals to sign. Similarly, in the function also, we need to start with the equals to sign. So when I have to use the average functions, I have to use the equals to sign followed by the function name. Then we have to specify the range of the cell. So average of what? Average from A1 to A10. So we need to specify the range. So functions works with the range of the cell. So this is the equals to operator, this is the name of the function and this is the argument. So without argument the function will not work. So using the simple functions to calculate, okay. So we need to understand that whenever we use the function, it should start with equals to sign followed by the function name and the range of the same. So there are some examples in your book, you can go through it, and there are different functions library. Now what is a functions library? So Excel provides a collections of predefined formulas and functions to perform calculations. We all know that predefined formulas and functions are used to perform the calculation. These formulas and functions are grouped together as a function library. All these functions, all these formulas and functions are grouped together as the functions library. You are familiar with the common functions like sum, average, count, min and max. So function libraries have the different types of functions such as sum, average, count, mean and max. However, there are several other functions which are not easily recalled. So there are common functions are there and there are functions which we cannot recall or we cannot memorize, we cannot keep in our mind. So we can use the function library. Excel provides the functions library through which you can easily solve the complex problem. These functions are classified into different categories such as insert function, auto sum function, recently used function, financial, logical text, date and time, lookup and reference, maths and trigonometry and more functions. So these are there in the function. Other than the common functions, There are other functions also like insert function, autosum, recently used financial, logical, text, date and time, lookup and reference, mathematical and trigonometrical, and many more functions are there. So these are included in the function library. So we can evoke it, we can call that function and we can solve our problems. To insert the function, you need to follow the following step. To insert the function option, how to insert the function, how to use it. To insert function option provides you with the option to search the required formula by entering the description or by selecting it from the category list. So from the category list you can select it. It also allows you to select or add one or more argument for the function. So you have to add the argument to the function after selection. It helps you in creating the formulas. To create a formula, perform the following operations. The first step is that you have to select the cell for which you want to use the formula. On the formula tab, so where you will get this function library? So you will get on the formula tab. On the formula tab, you will get the function library and you have to insert the function. The insert function dialog box appears as shown in figure 32 and equals to sign is to be placed in the cell as shown. In the search of the function box, enter the name of the required function. For example, when you enter the count, when you enter count number, the count function options are listed. From the or select a category drop down list, select the required category of the function. For example, you can select the most recently used category. It will display all the recently used functions in a select a function list below. From the select a function list, select the required function and click on OK. So this is how you can use the function library from the formula tab. So you need to practice in the machine to understand this. So we will be discussing this again. For now, we will be concluding here. Okay. So in the next class, we will do some revision and we will also do these exercises which are there. In the meantime, you just have to go to the chapter, and if you have any problem, you can WhatsApp me in my number. Thank you. Have a nice day.